Another day in paradise here at the Walking Talk. We're here at the American Bar and Social Bar and Kitchen, and we're in downtown Tampa, right on the waterfront. We got experience, we got mushrooms, and we got Chef Byron. All right, so we're at American Social in Tampa, Channel Side. This place is gorgeous, and I urge everyone who's watching this, get over here, check it out, have drinks, have food. It's on the water, it's badass. All right, so Chef, we want to get to know you a little bit better, but in a really quick setting. So I've got some rapid fire questions for you.
Sure.
Let's get through them. So 3 ingredients always in your refrigerator at home.
Green onions, cilantro, romaine lettuce.
Okay.
Staples.
I like the romaine. If you can only use one of these ingredients ever again, onion, celery, or carrot.
Oh, it's onion. That's an easy one.
It's an easy one, right? We have yet to get someone to say carrot or celery. What was your favorite food as a kid?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, man. I couldn't go anywhere without it. We'd go to restaurants and my mom had to carry one in her purse.
That was my brother. What's your biggest kitchen pet peeve?
People dropping stuff and not being able to bend at the waist to pick it up.
How old were you when you had your first job in the kitchen?
I think I was 18. Yep.
Okay. How do you take your coffee?
Cream, no sugar.
Cream, no sugar.
Half and half, no sugar.
Half and half.
I'm not judging.
Yeah. What's your favorite brand of knives?
Right now I'm using a Miyabi and I really like it. So it's a collaboration between German and Japanese. So.
Bucket list restaurant you've never visited?
Gosh, that would be hard. I've never been to see like Grand Achatz, you know. I've never been to El Bulli, you know, some of those.
You had to pick one.
Well, El Bulli's closed, so but that would be my bucket list. I know it doesn't
No,
make any sense.
I'm with you there. El Bulli is just, you can't beat it. All right, ordering a fish sandwich, fried, grilled, or blackened?
Oh, fried all day.
Yeah. How do you prefer your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
Does medium rare plus exist?
No. I don't know. It depends on the thickness of the steak sometimes. I don't know. That's a hard question.
How do you prefer your eggs cooked for breakfast?
I like over easy. I like to break the yolk and
mop it up with the toast.
Yeah.
If you knew you only had one more meal to eat, what would your final meal be?
It needs to be probably something with like a grilled meat and like green onions and cilantro all over it fresh, you know?
So just go in the refrigerator and grab it. What's your favorite kitchen gadget?
That's a good question. I use a garlic press a lot. It's a little bit of a shortcut and it's like, it's not that hard to smash garlic and chop it up, but I love my garlic press, man.
I can get behind that, 100%. Simple and better.
Yeah.
Food trend you wish would go away?
Obviously, gluten-free is not going away. And all the paleo is not probably going to go away.
Sounds like you're kind of going for the fad diets to disappear.
Yeah, it's probably in general fad diets, you know? It's like, and we all chefs, we hate it when people can't just order off the menu, but we offer a lot of stuff there.
Oh, absolutely, especially now. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
It's the stuffing. Easy. The stuffing is, you can add oysters, you can add mushrooms, you can add chorizo.
You can add the mac and cheese right on top of it.
The stuffing is best.
When it comes to hors d'oeuvres, on a spoon or a skewer?
I prefer a skewer. The spoon's nice too. That's a hard one. I can't go, I'm 50-50 there, man. Like,
it's a real chef. It's like,
yeah,
it depends what it is.
You can build it up and put a nice quail egg on top or some caviar, and on the spoon and on the grill, man, you just got the, you know, you can top it with all kinds of stuff as well.
Alfredo or marinara?
Oh, that is another tough one. I can't go hard on one or the other. Oh, if I had to, it'd be marinara. It'd be marinara. I love Alfredo. It was one of my favorite dishes as a kid. Carbonara, all that, but marinara is just,
it's versatile.
Gotta have it.
Butter or olive oil? I'm winning today. Today you're winning.
This is ridiculous because some olive oils are so buttery, and some butters are just unbelievable. If I had to go one over the other for the rest of my life, it would be butter. But I love olive oil, so.
Okay. Lobster or steak?
Steak.
Yeah.
Steak wins.
Tuna or salmon?
Oh, man, that's another tough one. I love salmon so much, and I love tuna, but I think salmon has a little bit more character. You can crisp the skin, you can do crisp, like you can eat, I think you can do more with a salmon than you can with a tuna.
I can get
At the end of the day.
Music in the kitchen or silence?
And I'm torn on that too, because sometimes I like to have a little music in the kitchen, but most of the time I don't want it there. I need to be able to communicate with people quickly and easily, and it can be a distraction.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke for sure, man.
Yes. New York style or Chicago style pizza?
New York. Sorry, Chicago. I love Chicago as a city. I'd rather live in Chicago than New York, but
But you're not gonna get that pizza.
But
sorry.
I just like that being able to fold it in half and.
Okay. What is the best piece of advice ever given to you by a chef?
It's funny. This is going to be funny, actually. It's unexpected, but a chef that I work for, he said the two most important things that you need as a chef is a good mattress and a good pair of shoes. And I think that is so true. Because you need to sleep well, and your feet need to be comfortable because you're going to be on them all day.
Chef, you've been in the business over 30 years.
Yeah.
You've seen some stuff. You started out on the West Coast. You were born and raised in Arizona.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Okay. And
Close
so
enough.
tell me a little bit about where you've been. Have you been in hotels, restaurants, a little bit of both?
Both, yeah. I started working for little mom and pops Italian restaurants, a couple of those, and I started working as a dishwasher in one of my favorite Italian restaurants, and then eventually made it into hotels where my sister enticed me to get in. She's like, there are real chefs in hotels. That's what she said.
How many hotels have you been in? You've been around the block.
So with my current company, I've been 9 hotels,
Okay.
5 different states. So all U.S., although I've done some projects in Mexico and did a project in Italy. I started off as an entry-level cook. So
Same company?
yep,
Yeah.
yep, entry-level cook, and worked my way up through the company. I feel blessed that I never had to pay for culinary school.
Experience wins.
Yeah, it does.
Experience does win.
It does.
Well, that's always one of the rapid fire questions I always do is 10 years experience or culinary school?
Yeah,
It's always the experience wins.
it is, because you get paid to learn.
Absolutely.
And it's all about your attitude. Are you willing to learn? Are you going to pay attention? Are you going to stay around? The chef used to, when I was a cook, the chef had to kick me out of the kitchen. He'd say, Byron, I'm not paying you overtime. Go home. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, so there's a difference between a guy like you, where clearly you took advantage of everything. Whoever was giving you any tutelage or any time of day to show you, you took advantage of it. You grabbed onto it, and where you are today is a testament to that.
You know, and that's the thing. It's something that happened to me early on.
Everybody does that.
Something that happened to me early on in this business is, I don't know, you learn that, like, if you learn to do something and you can constantly improve upon it, do it faster, more efficient, look better, presentation better, always looking to improve a process, you're gonna advance. You're gonna get better. And then, and the people management of it is very difficult, right? Probably the most difficult part of our business, or our job, is the people management.
Yes. See, that's what people don't understand.
But
chef is so much.
But like learning cooking is like, I kind of, I always feel like anyone can do it if they really apply themselves and really just push. But it's the management of people is where it gets tricky.
So leadership is a pretty constant topic.
Yeah.
When we're talking with chefs.
That's delicious.
Seriously.
That is really good.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I don't know what that sauce is. It's like tamarind or something.
I was gonna say it looks like a lava something. We'll find out. So you can't teach the leadership. It's either you kind of have it or you don't. You can grow into it.
Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk. Right?
Just be fair. You know what's funny? That was a lesson I learned early on from one of my mentors. I think I mentioned him to you, who worked for one of the hotel companies that you talked about.
Yeah.
I asked him one time, I said, how do you become a manager? Like, what do you need to know? And he's like, it's really easy. He's like, it's not complicated. He's like, you got to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is. You got to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is. Sometimes it's harder to do the right thing. Some people will try to get an easy way around. They'll lie to someone. They'll postpone something. He's like, no, you need to tell people the truth, and you just need to, do the right thing, get it done.
Well, it's fun. I'm going to add to that. The cliche saying is always like, I'll do the best that I can. Well, about maybe 10 or 15 years ago, somebody told me, doing the best that you can doesn't get the job done. You have to get the job done. Because that changes the whole idea.
I've never heard that, and it makes total sense.
It was an eye-opening thing.
Because you limit yourself then thinking you're doing your best.
Right, because your best may not be good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
But that doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's about being honest. You said being honest and saying, I don't know how to do this.
Yes.
I'm not sure how to get there, but there is always somebody
Yeah.
in the hotel world and in the hospitality industry, there's always somebody who can lead you down that path.
Yep.
And they can bring you
Totally.
to where you need to be. But if you don't have that honesty to say, I don't know, that's a problem with a lot of young chefs is they don't know how to say, I don't know. Everybody gets that chip or this is what's written here and I
Nobody
know
wants
who
to
I
look
am.
bad, right?
Yeah,
Nobody wants to look bad. They don't know what they're doing.
Well, you have to be humble as a chef.
Yeah.
You
What?
have to be humble as a chef.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you say that to the camera?
Yeah.
What?
Humble.
I'm only kidding. All these chefs are humble. True story.
Sure. But your career reminds me very much of mine, where I started as a cook in a hotel. I did my little thing as a dishwasher in a little hometown restaurant, and then
Yeah.
I did go to culinary school because I didn't know what else to do, and then I did an externship at a hotel.
And I admire
that's
that.
where I started.
I think that going to culinary school is awesome if you know that's what you want to do.
For sure.
But
The problem now is too many do it.
and never worked in the industry or
Yeah.
know anything about it,
And their
No idea.
expectation.
is they're going to be an executive chef coming out of it.
Well, an executive, a
Yeah.
TV chef. Look at me, I'm on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that could happen. I guess there's some people who are that magnanimous who could do that, but
Their personal expectations, I think, the kids that are coming out of school are way too high.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get dirty.
and the work ethic may not be there.
Correct.
You know?
You need
Yeah.
to work up from the bottom.
Oh, I agree, 100%. If you're not willing to come into the bottom of this business and learn, and like you said, I don't know, you remind me of me very
I
much.
still do dishes sometimes, so
Yes, do I.
you think that you're ever going to get away from the bottom either.
Yeah.
Especially now after COVID, we have so few people in the kitchen that after a wedding, I'm on the dish machine with all the stewards and
Hey, but speaking of dish,
we're all equal.
is there anything worse than when you hit the sprayer and you get splashed in the mouth?
Oh,
Is
it's
there
bad.
anything worse than that?
Well, I've had pretty bad experience with that. I've sprayed them in a sink. I was scrubbing it out with Ajax, and I was washing the sink with trout, with the whole trout. So it was Ajax and fish water in my eyes.
Oh,
True
that's so
story.
good.
That is-
Slimy fish water and Ajax in my eyes.
That's cool. Well, at least it wasn't whatever is on the the pavement in the back.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
No, but seriously, everything is fantastic.
I know, this all looks great.
And I need to ask what's in
Those
there.
croquettes are amazing.
They
There is a
are.
little spice to
The
that.
sauce, I like
Oh, yeah,
it.
a little wasabi.
I think you're right, it's got some tamarind. I don't know, I haven't tasted that one. But so, in the business for 30 years, what's kept you, what drives you every day to keep coming back? Because it's not an easy business.
Well, it's something different every day, right? That's the thing. Is there's never a day there's always a challenge. It's something. It's always changing. It's always evolving. We're always pushing ourselves for innovating, for doing things differently. It goes back to that mantra, that same thing that we learned in the very beginning. Always looking for processes and elevating what you're doing, making things easier, yes, and making processes that are mundane easier, but moving on to bigger and better things as well.
It's a bit of self-reflection. You always want to do something different with yourself, reinvent yourself.
And it's totally there. I mean, I think that if you are the operator of a restaurant that has a reputation for a history of doing things, you know what's funny? Actually, I was going to go down this road, but even if you do something the same, even consistency is hard because products change. Like making beer, for example, like they're constantly microbiologically testing beer because the yeast changes. So in order to keep a beer the same forever is very, very difficult.
Absolutely.
So there's even that takes innovation and constant development, and so it's interesting.
That's the business we're in. So you filled out a questionnaire for me before, so I can try to understand. And it leads me back to, you remind me so much of me. Your favorite cuisines to play with is basically Asian cuisine and Latin cuisine. What drives you to them? I know what drives me to them, but I'm curious to see what drives you to them.
There's something about acidity, number one, that I just love, like lime juice, lemons, fish sauce, unctuous, and then bright flavors like the cilantro and lemongrass and green onions and just that, and chilies and spice, and getting that whole combination of things together,
Let's
right?
get in the kitchen and cook right now.
It's like,
it's like you're saying it's almost a melody, and I want to.
It's an orchestra. It's an orchestra of flavors in your mouth.
Passion sells.
Well, it absolutely does, right?
Passion wins, and
Every time.
passion sells.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're selling a pen.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're selling pens, but you have passion that you're selling that pen, you're gonna sell it. People are gonna buy it.
Oh, I couldn't agree
If you're robotic and too sterile.
If it's just a paycheck,
correct.
there is a big difference from grabbing a paycheck, being passionate about what you do, because you're willing to put the time in, you're willing to put the extra mile in.
Yeah.
It's not about the money, it's about the love for, in our business, it's
Yeah.
the love for food. It's the love for doing what you do.
It is. It's funny, and I'll give you an example of something that happens too. Is like I had this guy who was selling to me for a while, and he does microgreens. He has a small farm, and I love this guy. I've talked to him several times in between, and right now he's not. I don't think he's working right now, which is really a bummer. And I hope he's going to get back into it. But he was growing and selling microgreens and like little specialty stuff. At one point, he was growing a tomato, and it was called an Everglades tomato.
Okay.
And it grows in nice sandy, loamy soil, and it's considered, and it's this tiny little tomato that grows in these clusters, and it's almost like bigger than a currant. But anyway, we were buying it for one of the for my specialty Italian restaurant, and I said to him, this tomato is so delicious and so cool. How many can I get? And his capacity was, he said, I think I can give you like 10 pounds a week. And I said, and how much are you going to charge me for it? And he said, I'm going to charge you $4.50. I said, what if I paid you $9 a pound and I bought everything you got every week and you exclusively gave it to me and no one else? He's like, you got a deal. You know what I mean? And so there's that in this industry
and by
too.
the way, that's cool.
And it is cool. And it's like, and I know people who've done that. I know chefs who've done that. And that's what some chefs do, right? They'll find someone who grows a specialty thing like that, and they'll say, I'll buy everything you got, and I'll even double what I'm paying you because I know I can make money on this. I know I can make money on this product that no one else has.
Especially with the exclusivity.
Yes.
If it's that cool of that great of a product.
Yep.
That's a winner.
Yeah, it is.
It's a marketing dream.
It doesn't happen
for the
very
person
often,
who's growing,
but
when it does happen, and I've done that myself.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but not everyone's going to recognize that.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what makes you and you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the cat that just got the promotion, who was pantry, and now he's doing broiler. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't get it, or he doesn't care, or he's got to go home and wants to have a beer on the couch and watch the game or something like that.
yeah.
It's you're an overachiever, aren't you?
I don't know. It's funny you say that because I don't never consider myself that. Like,
I always consider myself an underachiever. I always think I can do more. I always think I can do something better.
That's you critiquing yourself,
Sure.
like nobody else can,
yeah.
right? Because I know that
My wife can.
So it's funny because in my head, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, wives are pretty good at
Oh yeah.
But at the end,
Taking you out of the knees.
But at the end of the day, I don't think there's any bigger critic than yourself. Than yourself, if you're a driven person.
Yeah.
Right. If you're in your industry, in our industry, if you're at the top, higher level, upper echelon, nobody is going to be harder on you than yourself. I know that's how it is with me.
Yeah.
There's no one on the planet that can beat me up more than myself. There's nobody.
That's true. That's true.
Nobody.
I think I have moments sometimes where I'm, like proud of what I've done, but they're short-lived.
They're short-lived. Because as soon as I don't know how it is with you guys, but like the minute that I feel like, hey, God, I'm doing something comes along.
Totally. That's just it.
And pushes my face into
It'll be the
mud.
stupidest little thing sometimes. Like, yeah, exactly. And like, hey, we just had this wedding that was incredible, and everything turned out perfect, and the pictures got published in this public,
But then you forgot to place your broadline artwork.
Yeah, exactly. Or something happened that night. It was just, or the next day, it's just some stupid little thing that you missed or forgot.
Yeah, it's a great.
Especially when you work in large hotels, and I mean, let's call a spade a spade. We've been in the hotel business for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And the hotel business is so, you're only as good as the last meal you cooked, and you're only as good as the last event that you put out. Because the first event you put out was amazing.
It doesn't matter.
And then you had, and it was 2,000 people you did, and then all of a sudden there was a group of 10 people you lost focus on, somebody lost focus on in the operation, you didn't see it, and it just, I don't care about those 2,000 people you did, that's great, but these 10 people didn't have the best they could.
And we are only as strong as our weakest link.
Absolutely.
It's like the cook, who's the brand new cook, who doesn't know anything, he's the guy who represents me. And when he puts out a meal, it's my name on that meal too. So if he's doesn't care about what he's doing and puts out something that's subpar, that's my name on it.
Well, that has to do with your distributors too.
Yeah. And the products too. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Your cooks are going to stand around looking at each other if you don't have the product in house.
Yeah.
I said it last episode,
that,
I'll say it again. If you start with crap, you end with crap.
Yeah, I was going to say the
is not
exact same thing.
bringing
You cannot get good product you cannot make something great out of something that's not great. It's just it's not pristine.
No,
it just
absolutely
won't happen.
And then I'm sure that drives you in the sense with the mushrooms is that you want to put out the best mushrooms that you possibly can.
Yeah.
Grow them, it keeps you interested. And it's like, how can I make them better?
I've got so much work to do.
Oh, sure. But even hearing your story.
I got so far to go. I mean,
but it's going to be a fun.
But it's cool because it's a local product. I'm never going to distribute further than that 100-mile radius. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe I'll ship some to my parents in New Mexico because they want to try them. But but like other than that,
maybe just showing off. So we've got these donut holes, and I just this is freaking phenomenal. I can't wait to jump into this.
Jumping in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, I ain't waiting for you.
Yeah, don't wait. Chef Byron. Oh my God. Yeah.
So you can't even take me anywhere.
Patient free.
It's awesome. I'm loving it. Delicious. Worst kitchen wound.
I had to get stitches a couple times. One of them was just cutting the back of my thumb open right at the joint, and it cut into the tendon, and they had to stitch it up. And it spent like a half a day in the emergency room.
No big deal. It's another day in the life, though, right?
I have a hernia still currently that I haven't had fixed.
What was that, from like a 50-pound bag of potatoes or something?
I don't know.
Usually what it is.
Idaho?
Something like that.
50 grams?
I think probably.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if that's why you have look, you should have underlings carrying heavy stuff.
Yeah, my age, I guess we're there. So.
You're two people. Two people.
Two people.
Yeah.
Carry the 50 pounds.
Yeah, you carry half, I carry the other half.
Yeah.
At least the deuce.
Yeah.
100%. All right, so that's not bad. You almost wiped off the thumb.
A week ago. I cut the tip off, but it's growing back pretty quick.
You gotta be a fast healer.
You do. I don't go get stitches anymore. It takes too long.
No.
And most of the time they get ripped out anyway. So like anytime I've gotten cuts that I've gotten stitched up in the last 10 years, I don't go doing stitches anymore. That's really bad. And if you cut the tip clean off, you can't stitch it on anymore.
So should unlucky people, right? Should
you're going down a weird road because like my pastry chef says that I'm the luckiest person. And we joke about it that I'm so lucky.
Unlucky people shouldn't get in the kitchen. There's gas, there's fire, there's knives. There's people that are on the line that just got out of prison. Like whatever. Like there's things happening. Like, you just probably stay away from the business, right? Like stay away.
Totally. You need to have good karma.
Right.
or you're going to be in trouble.
You were total trouble.
Yes.
So as you know, the name of the show is the Walk and Talk, right? So this is all based on the restaurant life.
Every restaurant has a walk-in.
Every restaurant has a walk-in, and every walk-in has
story.
stories. Plural stories.
Yeah.
If those walls could talk.
If they could, right?
Every chef's got a story.
What secrets does the walk-in hold for you?
Well, and not just myself, because I know other people this has happened to, but I had a lady come behind me and bite my ear and kind of grope me a little bit in the walk-in while I was just going in to do whatever I needed to do. And so
This is PG, by the way?
This was 20 years ago. So and you reverse those roles today. If that were a man doing that to a woman, I mean, you would be prosecuted.
Hard to feather, yeah. And you should, by the way.
But that happened, and the lady at the time was married, and her husband looked like the actor from Green Mile, the guy who could, yeah. So I was horrified, but yeah, that kind of thing happened.
Walk-in is used for so many different
There's
things.
a lot of
There's innuendos of things that go on there. There's belittling and berating in there. There's screaming and yelling to yourself.
And there's also flashing, apparently. And that's, that's okay.
That's happened as well. I've seen photos of that. I've seen it personally where, that's been flashing. Now, granted, the weird thing is, though, I don't know if that happens today as much as it did. I have to think that in some restaurants it probably does.
I think it depends on the average age
Yeah.
of the employee.
There you go.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
We're living in a days and age of selfies and,
God
you
only knows what.
You have a couple of glasses of wine or whatever, and all of a sudden you're,
Some don't need the wine car.
True story. Don't let that be you out there.
That's right.
Yes, the internet. It lasts for forever. Just saying. Chef, listen. Today was awesome.
It was great. These are good too, by the way.
These are freaking fantastic. With this show,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to gain.
You're gonna have to work out a little more.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm actually going to have to work out. I don't do nothing now.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm going to have to do something because
Is this
every week we're going out somewhere different and getting amazing food. And
Correct.
American Social has done an amazing job today.
Yeah, it's really good. It was
Service
nice to
has
meet
been
the chef here
perfect.
too. That was awesome.
Yes, and I hope that you guys
Yeah.
stay connected. Appreciate you coming out.
My pleasure.
Awesome talking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did. We learned a
So
lot.
weird.
We found out so much about each other. I mean,
So
I know your
strange.
wife. She's worked with me in past lives.
It's so strange.
It's a small
I know.
industry. To all you out there, it is a small
I
industry.
can't wait till she sees this. 'Cause
Oh, yeah. She's
It
gonna freak.
reminds me to be blown. I'm gonna call her on the way home.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It was great talking with you and getting to know
that's
your
mutual.
background.
Yeah, that's mutual.
I mean,
We'll do a follow up once you
Yeah.
get a little bit further along with the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Look forward to doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Doing a feature on the mushrooms.
Yeah,
And put it out there
yeah.
as well.
I'd love that. I'd appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Carl. It's so great to meet you.
Well, everybody out there, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button below. It's been another day in paradise here at the Walk-In, and we are ready to go.